You got it, Jazz.
Jess can't swim, so she's a little nervous, all right? Jess! All right, we got this. I now baptize you in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit.
Got it.
I tell athletes all the time, I'm like, you don't even realize it, but it's so cool to me to see that God gave you a gift and a talent, and He brought you here for a purpose well beyond that gift and a talent. He just used that as an avenue to get a hold of your heart. And so it's been a prayer request of mine for 3 years for God to open a door for me to do ministry in the women's basketball program. And it opened this year. We as a staff decided we were going to choose athletes to disciple this year. And so with women's basketball, I kind of had on my radar three women that I was going to disciple. And as God would have it, our plans are not always His, and it ended up being 6.
They kind of started going to FCA and seeing what it was all about just out of curiosity because some of their teammates were already involved.
Our 4 years, I'd say probably 10% is teaching them the game of basketball. You know, the rest of it is trying to help teach them life, life skills. A lot of them come in, they have wonderful parents at home that have done a great job to get them to where they are. And then it's our job to be an extension of their families.
So to see them come on campus and be able to keep themselves, keep their faith, and like I said, have a night where they all can truly go somewhere and worship God and take the lessons that they're learning and come back on the court, it's been inspiring.
It really turned into a really special group of 6 ladies. And what I really got to see just from last year to this year, one of the things that God has done is He's broken down some walls, and He did that by vulnerability, which is a really scary thing to do, to be vulnerable. But it's one of the most beautiful things when we can open our hearts and let not just people in, but let God in.
Well, it started, Tammy, my freshman year, had started a small group with us. And I remember she kept, where's Dana? And then I just knew I would ask Dana. I was like, Dana, you should come. And then finally she came one day, and then she came to me and she's like, I loved it, So I was really excited for that moment for her, and then we started going to church together.
My first time meeting Mikasa was her coming on a visit, and she always had a pretty smile, and it would brighten everybody's day. And she would just always ask me, come to FCA with me, or let's go to church on Sunday. And I've always wanted to go to church. I always wanted to do FCA, but I didn't really have anybody that would motivate me to go or drive me to go. And she was always that person in my ear telling me, we need to do this, we need to do that, we need to watch this and listen to this. And she just motivates me to grow in my faith every day.
And so, Mikasa, she helped lead Dana to her relationship with Christ. And Mikasa got to baptize Dana, which is amazing.
I was sitting in church, and Darian was singing Bigger Than I Thought You Were, and it just touched me. I just started crying, and he was crying, and it just felt like I was making a connection with God. And Mikasa, she didn't know what to say, but she was just there to comfort me in the moment.
Honestly, words can't explain it. It's just, you just see someone filled with joy and with God. God is just with them, and then, honestly, I couldn't do anything other than cry. I was just so excited for her.
And I just felt something special, and I was just telling her in the car ride, like, I'm ready to do this with Jesus and get baptized.
And then just the catalyst of Mikasa and Dana, and how that impacted Jazz and Lindsay.
I would say I was impacted mostly by my teammates, seeing Dana get baptized and just thinking like how they were living their lives after that. And I was like, oh, that's dope. Like, I want to be a part of that. I want to be a part of something special.
When I got to campus here, I went to FCA a little bit, and then one of my best friends came my second year, and she was very strong with her faith. And so I started going a lot more, going to church more. So I got baptized this year, and that was huge for me. And it just has helped me so much as a Christian, because I feel like I can grow now. I just feel like I'm not like this drowsy college kid. I'm just ready to be radiant and helpful to others.
I don't feel alone anymore. I have, sisters in Christ that I can walk with every day.
For me, Jesus is my best friend. somebody that's always there for you, and he was there for me when I was in my toughest times. Through the great times and the worst times, he's always been there for me, and I love that.
You really get to watch these children grow in their relationship with Christ. You know, whether they came with a faith already or whether they came with no knowledge of who Jesus was, to get to see them come into a relationship with Jesus and how he starts to turn in their lives.
My life has changed because I always feel like I have somebody. If I don't have a great game, I don't feel lost because I know I still have God. I have Jesus to talk to every night.
Yeah, I definitely think that God always has a plan for everybody. And it definitely, our whole team, from being all around the world, we have many people out of the country, and I think he definitely had a plan for that, and that we're all just missing puzzle pieces to our whole life. Like, I really do think God put us 16 girls on the basketball team for a reason, because we all are just inspiring to each other in different ways.